Woke up to a public safety alert. A reminder for Colorado now officially has a stay-at-home order. Colorado now officially has a stay-at-home order in place beginning this morning. Please only leave home for medical care, work at a critical workplace, or necessary reasons. For more information, visit covid19.colorado.gov. Oh, it's real. This shit is real. Coronavirus. Reminder, Colorado now officially has a stay-at-home order in place beginning this morning. Please only leave home for work at a critical workplace. Home for medical care, work at a critical workplace, or necessary reasons. For more information, covid19.colorado. This is your boy, Pac-Man Kamau. Your man, Kamau Pac-Man. Reporting live on the scene first. Aurora, Colorado. Subscribe. Everybody go subscribe to my YouTube. Pac-Man Kamau. Kamau Pac. I'm also setting up 2 more channels. Doubles TV. Black World ENT. Subscribe. Now let me go ahead and get into this breaking news. I think I need to start my stream on my. I still gotta start on my YouTube channels. Also, I'm broadcasting on multiple platforms. Follow me on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. Stream now. Bear with me just a moment while I go ahead and create my streams. Bear with me just a moment. Everybody go subscribe. PAC_420 on Twitter. I also have a backup secondary Twitter account, PAC_303 on Twitter. Make sure to go follow. Let's see. Okay, it looks like I actually might already be live on my. Yeah, okay, I'm live already on my YouTube pages. Yes, I am. I'm seeing comments. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I am definitely seeing a couple comments. All the comments. Thank you for joining. Tazzy Taz says, all of this is about 5G, bruh. I definitely heard that. My guy Tazzy Taz says it's all about 5G. I've heard rumors that the 5G is connected to this coronavirus in some sort of way. We have to detox our bodies, says a viewer right now, a live stream. Tazzy Taz, thank you for viewing. Make sure to like this video. Definitely comment. I'm interact with my viewers. Subscribe, share the video on your Facebook, Twitter. Let's get everybody in on the conversation. Tazzy Taz says we have to detox our bodies and get all the aluminum out of our bodies. I actually agree with the sister or brother. Let me see if I can get to the profile side. Can't see the profile at the moment, but definitely appreciate your comments, Tazzy Taz. Check out Dane Calloway, bruh. His latest video, I think, a king I'm talking with. Appreciate you, King. I know of Dane Calloway. I think I've heard some of his work. I'll definitely go ahead and get him pulled up here, and we'll see if we can get some of his on the show today. Let's see. Got one more comment from the brother. The only thing left to do is increase our spirituality. Being human is over. Agree with you on all statements so far. I say we've been taught that we are humans, but we're definitely spiritual beings in this existence, in what seems to be human existence. Tazzy Taz, salute, King. I appreciate the commentary on the video. Let's see. Spiritual beings living human existence. Exactly what we are, as I've been taught. Let's see. Stream element spots run. Okay. All right. Let me share my screen and we'll get into some of the headlines for today. And read along with me. Share screen. All right. Share screen. Boom. All right. Broadcasting on multiple platforms. Like I say, go subscribe to my YouTube channels. You can find me at Pacman Kamau, Pacman space Kamau. And my second YouTube channel is Kamau Pacman. That's Kamau Pacman. Live streaming on both my channels currently. We got Tazzy Taz over here on Kamau Pacman channel. Salute to the king. He's tapping in, commenting. Everybody tap in, comment. I appreciate all the viewers. We're gonna look at this news on Google, the headlines. We're gonna check out Dane Calloway. He's a brother me and Taz has heard of. That be dropping knowledge on situations that are of interest to us. I see already he has a video says "We Ain't African" movement and Dane Calloway exposed. Well, no, that's a video with his name attached to it, but this is the first things popping up. Dane Calloway versus General SETI, Aboriginals versus Pan Africans. That's where I heard of Dane Calloway from, and I definitely know of General SETI and the gas movement. Global African supremacy. I definitely support that. I definitely also have my reserves with the Aborigine movement also. I've been raised and taught of my ancestry being Native American by my grandparents on my mother's side, also Cherokee blood. I think Mississippi, Tennessee is my grandparents originating, I believe. So, but let's get into this news today. Breaking news today we have. All right. Let's get into the headlines. They have the top headline, COVID news. See the latest coverage of the coronavirus. They have the link. I suppose we'll click right in and get into that. Colorado's on late lockdown. That's the breaking news this morning. We woke up to a public safety alert 2 hours ago. Let me share my video again. Show you what I awoke to on my phone. Stop sharing screen. Stop sharing screen. All right. Awoken to a notification. Public safety alert. All right. It's 2 hours ago. Public safety alert. A reminder for Colorado. Come on now. Damn. Apple. iPhone. But awaken to this public safety alert, a reminder that Colorado now officially has a stay-at-home order in place beginning this morning. Please only leave home for medical care, work at a critical workplace, or other necessary reasons. For more information, visit covid19.colorado.gov. Supposed to be pulling up the website here. Here we are in our COVID tab. The latest top news on the COVID-19. We see the U.S. just had its deadliest day from coronavirus, but health officials say the peak is yet to come. Whoa, we'll definitely bust that open. I'm not even sharing my screen. I forgot. I was showing y'all the public safety alert. But let me share my screen again. Y'all seen that. We'll get into it. I'll hop on it so it's better right on my computer for the viewers. Boom. Boom. Let me share my screen again. Boom. All right, here we are. The U.S. just had its deadliest day from coronavirus, but health officials say the peak is yet to come. This is from CNN. 6 minutes ago. Fresh off the press, breaking news. All right. Fresh off the press with your boy Pac-Man Kamau. Make sure to subscribe and like the video. Got no more comments over there from Taz. The U.S. just had its deadliest day on the virus, but health officials say the peak is yet to come. By Holly Yan and Madeline Holcomb of CNN. This is 6, 2020. Updated 11:06 a.m. Eastern time. Let's hop into this article. It reads, exhausted hospital workers are turning to increasingly desperate measures. Coronavirus cases surge across the country. Exhausted hospital workers are turning to increasingly desperate measures as coronavirus cases surge across the country. Says New York Bellevue Hospital Center. New York Bellevue Hospital Center created a makeshift morgue using tents and refrigerated trucks at Elmhurst Hospital Center in Queens. 13 patients died from coronavirus within 24 hours. In California, the number of cases is doubling every 3 to 4 days, and in Louisiana, where health care workers are making masks out of office supplies, hospitals are expected to run out of beds within 2 weeks. In California, the number of cases is doubling every 3 to 4 days. And in Louisiana, where healthcare workers are making masks out of office supplies, hospitals are expected to run out of beds within 2 weeks. If more beds don't become available, then we don't have resources to save that we need to save. If more beds don't become available, then we don't have resources to save the lives that we need to save, from former Louisiana Secretary of Health, Dr. Rebecca G. She says that's why these stay-at-home orders are so important. She says the stay-at-home orders are so important, Dr. Rebecca G. The stay-at-home orders are so important. If more beds don't become available, then we don't have resources to save the lives that we need to save. As of Thursday, more than 65,000 Americans have been affected with the novel coronavirus, and more than 930 have died. More than 930 have died. More than 65,000 Americans infected, and more than 930 have died. The highest number of deaths reported in a single day came Wednesday with 223 deaths. That's yesterday. Okay. That's yesterday. But we have not seen the peak of the crisis yet, G said. Desperate for protective face masks, G said healthcare workers have been punching holes. Healthcare workers have been punching holes in plastic office report covers and running string through these holes. Desperate for protective face masks, the healthcare workers have been punching holes in plastic office report covers and running string through the holes. I think what's just as concerning is the fact that we need more ventilators, she said, and that is something that the federal government needs to step in and fix. Many have called for President Donald Trump to use the Defense Production Act to speed up the availability of critical health equipment. Many have called for President Trump to use the Defense Production Act to speed up the availability of critical health equipment. Okay, this is coming from CNN, this article. Let's see, this week, Trump and the Federal Emergency Management Agency, that's FEMA, Trump and FEMA, gave conflicting information about whether the act was being used. While states scramble for resources, the virus keeps spreading unabated across the country. I am sure that the virus is just about everywhere, said Dr. William Schaffner, an infectious disease professor at Vanderbilt University Medical Center. But how dense is it? How widespread is it? And we excuse me, how dense is it? How widespread is it? We don't know yet. We haven't tested sufficiently, he said. If we could test a lot more, we would have a much better idea of how uh, dis- distributed the virus is. He says if we could test a lot more, we would have a much better idea of how distributed this virus is. Record setting unemployment claims. Give me a brief second. Let me grab some water. We have record setting unemployment claims. The widespread shutdown of business to try to control the outbreak has led to a record number of Americans filing for their first week of unemployment benefits. I also attempted to file. When I did, um, their website was crashed. About 3.3 million Americans filed for initial jobless claims during the week that ended Saturday, according to newly reported. Excuse, I gotta pop up here. Where was I at? About 3.3 million Americans filed for initial jobless claims during the week that ended Saturday, according to newly released Department of Labor statistics. That's the highest number of initial jobless claims since the Department of Labor started tracking the data in 1967. Whoa. The previous high was 695,000 claims filed in the week ending October 2nd, 1982. Last week's jump marked a massive increase from a revised 282,000 claims in the prior week. Some Americans hope a $2 trillion stimulus bill will help, but some analysts say it's not necessarily enough. Okay, let me just check on my viewers here. Stop sharing screen. Check chat briefly. Make sure I'm not missing anything in our chats here. Okay. No. Like, I've missed anything in the chat. Hope not. Why is this thing not have me logged in? Oh, what's that about? Okay, wow, I've missed plenty comments. Sorry about that. My commenters, my I have my sister comment here. Thank you for watching. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Support my twin sister, Brandon Campbell. I'm Brian Campbell on Facebook. Everybody add me as a friend. Accepting all friend requests. My sister says you got asthma, so stay home. That's I still have it at 10 seasons. My disease I was hearing also. So I have to confirm everything. Videos of people home remedies you could do, like from a video we tried on I believe we boiled and did we use garlic? We might have. Yeah, okay, excuse me. Or Somebody boiled in your water pot, boil from what we were reading or seeing. How you can fund that, I'll be putting my updates. I also have Instagram. If you just go to my YouTube, the Pac-Man video 25600 to Google Hangouts. You can audio the video call. If you can't get through on 72567 up headlines YouTube. Some of his heard them leaf blowers. I guess since they ain't more than 10 people, I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look more into this. Oh, the one from yesterday? You had one this morning? Oh, maybe I slept. Maybe that's what that was. I slept through the beeping. Yeah, but I woke up and seen the yeah. Okay. I'm trying to get today. Okay, let's see the news for you on Google. Calculate, answer, critical, Aurora, local news, coronavirus in Colorado. I don't see the actual thing though. Let's see, the highest number of initial job experience. Okay, I read that last week, John. Oh, some Americans hope a $2 trillion stimulus bill will help, but some analysts say it's not nearly enough. It's not. And what you gonna do with money if the city is shut down? Yeah, it makes no sense. And then I was on the phone earlier with Barbara. She said her brother done been to 4 or 5 ATMs, and all of them is broken today. Word up. Yeah. You can't get no cash. Oh no. Cash is froze. Mm. Okay. Oh, sixes. I ain't even see the rest of those comments. Sixes. What up, Wayman? He said I got asthma too. I'm out here. Sixes. She said, "Shake my head, Brandy." Okay. Period. Coronavirus stimulus package, FAQ, check unemployment, and more. Doctor describes dire situation in hospitals. Coronavirus live updates. U.S. jobless claims are highest ever. House to take up to trillion stimulus economic. Yeah, I don't even really see nothing about the Colorado. Let me see. Yeah, we need to know. Man. News. Business coronavirus update under. Okay, yeah, here we go. Coronavirus update. Says what you can. This is from yesterday by Colorado Public Radio staff, CPR.org. Colorado under stay-at-home order, what you can and cannot do under Governor Polis official order. Let's see. Governor Jared Polis issued a mandatory stay-at-home order for all residents of Colorado on Wednesday to take effect Thursday, March 26 at 6 a.m. and to last through April 11th unless rescinded or modified. Under the executive order, residents must remain at home and only leave their home to engage in activities or perform tasks critical to their health and safety or to the health and safety of their family and household members, are to go to or return from critical work. According to the order, residents can leave their home to obtain food and other household necessities for themselves and their family or household members, deliver those services or supplies to others, such as food, pet supply, other household consumer products and products or equipment necessary to maintain the safety, sanitation, and critical operation of a residence. Okay, so that's why we got the leaf blowers out there, I suppose. Sanitation and critical operation of a residence to engage in outdoor activities such as walking, hiking, Nordic skiing, snow, um, snowshoeing, biking, or running for purposes of outdoor activities. State parks will remain open to the public to engage in walking, hiking, biking, running, and similar outdoor activities, but all playgrounds, picnic areas, other similar areas conducive to public gathering and attending areas shall be closed. To perform work for critical industries, to care for a family member, a vulnerable person, or a pet in another household, or to care for the livestock kept at a location other than an individual's home, and to seek medical care. Individuals experiencing symptoms of COVID-19 have been ordered to self-isolate under their systems, cease, or until they have a negative test result. Although the state, hold on. And dry. So although the state order is now law and it's illegal to break the law, the order did not say how the new law will be enforced. The Colorado National Guard will be supporting logistics, transportation, and medical response efforts. The Guard will not be enforcing this order, the document said. The critical businesses are exempt from the order, but encouraged to comply with social distancing guidelines. Okay. All right, so that's definitely breaking news for Colorado. We got a picture here, courtesy of Hart Van Denberg, CPR News, a non-existent morning rush hour on Colfax viewed from Federal Boulevard this morning after Governor Jared Polis advised people to stay home. Colfax Avenue from Bennett on up to the mountains where it becomes Highway 40 was a ghost of its normal self, although some facets of life carried on as usual. Monday, March 23rd, 2020. That's a picture. Colfax, one of the busiest streets we got here, runs coast to coast. Hmm. Wow. Interesting. Good picture. Hart Van Denberg. Let's see. As Colorado coronavirus cases climb, there is clearly a surge here. Clearly. Restaurants is balancing staying open with staying safe in a new world centered around takeout and disinfectant. Can I get unemployment in Colorado? It's a crazy situation, but we're answering your questions right. Got questions about coronavirus? All right. The order defines critical business as those related to healthcare, utility, food cultivation, medical equipment, or supply manufacturing, news, media, banking, law enforcement, construction, defense, and child care services that support the workers in those industries. Critical retail shops that remain open are grocery stores, gas stations, convenience stores, liquor stores. Liquor stores are critical. Oh, it's hilarious. Hold on. Okay, I now have to start over. Critical retail shops that will remain open are grocery stores, gas stations, convenience stores, liquor stores, restaurants with takeout, marijuana dispensaries, critical, pet stores, gun shops, critical, hardware stores, and stores that sell household consumer products such as cleaning products and personal care products. Whoa. Okay. And they got a picture of the governor's ordering Coloradians to stay at home due to the presence of COVID in the state. Pursuant to the authority vested in the governor of the state of Colorado, in particular pursuant to Article 4, Section 2, Colorado Constitution, and relevant portions of the Colorado Disaster Emergency Act, Jared Polis, governor of the state, hereby issues the executive order ordering Coloradans to stay at home whenever possible due to the presence of coronavirus disease 2019 in the state. That's no spiders. Spiders is back. Yeah, because it's nice to. On March 5th, 2020, the Colorado Department of Public Health and Environment Public Health Laboratory confirmed the first presumptive positive COVID-19 test result in Colorado. Since then, the number of confirmed cases has continued to climb. We have evidence of community spread throughout the state. I verbally declared a disaster emergency on March 10th, 2020, and issued the corresponding executive order D 2020-003 on March 11th, 2020, and requested that the President of the United States declare a major disaster for the state of Colorado pursuant to the Stafford Act on March 25th, 2020. My administration, along with the other state, local, federal authorities, have taken a wide array of actions to mitigate the effects of the pandemic, prevent further spread, protect against overwhelming our healthcare resources. Actions taken date. Hold on. The actions we have taken to date are not yet doing enough to reduce the spread of the virus, but we must take additional actions to minimize the duration of the epidemic and the disruption of our daily lives. The virus that causes COVID-19 is spread primarily by close contact between people and through respiratory droplets. When an affected person coughs or sneezes, public health experts recommend We practice social distancing and maintaining physical distance of 6 feet or more from other people as a way to slow the spread of the COVID-19. The executive order requires that Coloradans stay at home and subject to certain limited exceptions, orders the executive director of the CDPHE to issue a public health order defining critical emergency personnel, infrastructure, government functions, and other activities that are exempt from the directives in this executive order. Directives. The executive order will become effective Thursday, March 26, 2020, 6 a.m. I direct all Coloradians to stay at home, subject to limited exceptions such as obtaining food and other household necessities, going to and from work at critical businesses, seeking medical care, caring for dependents or pets, or caring for a vulnerable person in another location. I direct all businesses other than those qualified as critical businesses under Public Health Order 2024 and other public health orders issued pursuant to the executive order to close permanently except as necessary to engage in minimum basic operations needed to protect assets and maintain personal functions of the effective date of the order. Direct the executive director of the CDPHE to issue a public health order consistent with the directives in the executive order. Certain individuals must continue to work outside their residence to provide goods and services critical to our response to the COVID epidemic emergency. The public health order must therefore identify critical emergency personnel, infrastructure necessary to ensure continuity of critical healthcare, government functions, public safety, manufacturing, supply chains, operations, certain critical businesses exempt of the executive order, providing they comply with social distancing requirements. Steps all critical. Okay, yeah, he got the whole outline there. He signed it. Let me see. Social distancing requirements, a process by which a local public health authority may obtain relief from the executive order or any related public health order issued by the CDPHE more effectively meet local conditions and needs without burdening public health resources in other parts of the states. Nothing in the executive order prevents a local public health authority from issuing an order more protective of public health than the executive order. For clarity, any stay-at-home or similar order issued by a local jurisdiction remains in full force and effect. Individuals must be permitted to carry on basic activities necessary to care for themselves and their families and to maintain their places of residence. The public health order must therefore identify authorized activities individuals may engage in consistently with the goals of this order. Executive order remains in effect through April 11th, 2020, unless rescinded or modified by further executive order. All right, Governor Polis. That's what that's about. I'll share the link to this article in my broadcast. Boom. Let me see. Y'all can view the article if you'd like. Just share that. Let's see. Let's see. Oh yeah, let me share that other article link too from CNN. Copy, paste. Uh, uh-uh. I didn't do this. Stream the high low. Support me. Paste my thing. I don't know what they talking about. Oh, okay, I think I posted. Did I post it? Oh, no, I didn't post. Bless you. Uh, oh, posted that article from CNN. Posted here. Y'all want to look into that? The deadliest day. Let's see. Medical students and retirees might join the front lines with a shortage of healthcare workers, including many who have contracted coronavirus themselves. Officials are asking medical students and retirees for help. The U.S. Army has reached out to retired medical personnel saying they need to hear back stat about whether they could volunteer, according to an email obtained by CNN. The Army does not want to interfere with civilian medical needs, but is requesting information for planning purposes, a spokesman for the Army said. New York University Grossman School of Medicine said it responded to the governor's request to get more physicians into the health system more quickly, so it's looking for students who want to graduate early. The school still needs to plan to be approved by state and education officials, but as of Wednesday, at least 69 students had volunteered. It's New York. Okay, let me get back to local, or if not local, some top headlines around community health officers drive up. Let's see. Local news. One dead after occupant pulled from Aurora house fire. Robert Garrison. Local news. Congress reaching. Calculate how much. What? Walmart, Albertsons, and Kroger are adding sneeze guards. Oh, to checkout lanes. That's what's up. Said Walmart, Albertsons, and Kroger are adding sneeze guards to checkout lanes. It's just looks like a little plastic protection piece. Like the little Asian, kind of like what the Asian lady had, like a little, looked like plexiglass, but just like a little plastic sheet between the. Breaking news. I don't. Let's see. The checkout aisles at a number of United States' largest grocery chains are going to look a little different. Oh, at the checkout aisles, yeah, between people. Piece of plastic. Walmart, Kroger, and Albertsons are installing plexiglass sneeze guards in the coming weeks to help protect their employees from the spread of coronavirus as they continue to work on the front lines of a public health pandemic is part of a growing number of changes that companies are implementing as they continue to remain open, including enforcing social distancing guidelines. Walmart, which is America's largest grocer, is adding the sneeze guards at its 4,700 U.S. stores and club locations within the next 3 weeks. It's also adding floor decals at the checkout lines, reminding people of the 6 foot social distancing recommendations from the Center for Disease Control. The company said it also found a new solution for sanitary shopping carts, a new backpack style sprayer employees use quicker and more thoroughly. Okay. Walmart employees will also have free access to telehealth doctor appointments. The copay is normally $4 per appointment. Walmart is also giving most of its employees extended ability to use a new financial service app that lets them receive early access some of their earned wages. The company announced last week it was short store hours because of the demand for necessities during the coronavirus pandemic. It also opened its stores 1 hour early on Tuesday to seniors only through April 28th. So, Albertsons, which owns a number of grocery stores branding across the U.S., including Safeway and Vons, said it's installing the sneeze guards at all of its 2,200 stores within the next 2 weeks. It's also adding posters and floor decals at areas where people frequently wait, including the pharmacy, at checkout lines, and the deli. Albertsons is suspending its self-serve bars used for wings and soups, adding special shopping hours for senior citizens, and implementing more frequent cleaning of its shopping carts. Store and shopping. Kroger is making similar changes, including installing sneeze guards and floor decals about social distancing at its 2,700 U.S. stores in the coming weeks. All right, let me share my screen. Got any more comments down here? No. Anybody over here? New message. Shout out Defiotti. Defiotti, I think. That how you say it? He a homie. Let me see. Hold on. I got a couple comments from my folks over here on Twitch. Oh man, I got a lot of comments over here on Twitch. Battery running low. Hold up. Share screen. Okay, we got comments. Got haha sweet. Got D Fiotti. Shout out D Fiotti. Shout out Mystic Khalifa. Says preach, brother. Oh, who else on here? I'll read everybody's comments. Bear with me. Let me see. He says, "Amen. Educate me, please." Mr. Khalifa's going in. Hello. Amen. Educate me, please. Shout out to Mr. Khalifa. Salute. I appreciate y'all viewing the program. Definitely continue to view. Subscribe to my channel for the latest updates. Give it a thumbs up, like the video. Appreciate y'all for commenting, subscribe, share the video on the platforms. Thank you, mama. Uh, Share the video on your Facebook and Twitter apps so we can get this information out there. Try hard, Mr. Khalifa. He keeps saying try hard. Try hard Walmart. Let me see. Try hard. Then we got Toilet Tinetti Poucher saying, what good? Not much. What we see? Any homies? Let me see. Then we got also another viewer, Laser Summit. Thank you. Shout out Laser Summit. Try hard. Defiok Dank. Laser Summit says, nice name, bro. He said, where I get the headset from, cuh. He said, where I get the headset from, cuh. My sister hooked it up. This from a previous job she had, and just left it. I'm using it. Let me see. So yeah, we shouted out around. They said to shout out D5OT Try Hard. Oh, D5OT Try Hard is his name. Okay, so shout out to him. We got Fez and a fish. Got a whole bunch of peeps tapping in from Twitch. That's what's up.